After the fox.
I have taken up fox hunting. I know the grisly risks I run in disclosing this intelligence, but I am unable to withhold it. Though I have become unspeakable, in pursuit, ironically, of what is now the only love left which dare not speak its name, I can speak of little else. It is in my blood. Oscar would finally understand. I am no longer my own master. I am master of the Cricklewood hunt. Now, before the more caring among you reach for your balaclavas and pick handles, allow me a few words. It is just possible they may be enough to avert a civil war, and that is a better use for a few words than to elogize one. Think of today's column as the Cricklewood Address. Sunday night was balmy, and balm being precisely what one needs after the spirit-riddling enfilade of the Sunday papers, I took a turn around the garden for that springtime propaganda of hopeful regeneration disseminated by the waft of the wooing blossom and the burp of the ratting frog. And as I sat with soothing fag and tumbler beneath the pear tree beside the pond, I grew gradually aware that I was not alone. First a rustle, could have been a toad, then a sniff, could have been a hedgehog, and finally, when I turned, 2 yellow eyes. Could have been a cat, until my own irises, adjusting to the dark, suddenly revealed, much in the manner of those magic eye pictures, the outline of a fox. We looked at one another for a bit. It raised its head slightly and sniffed again, but whether because there was too little wind for me usefully to be down of it, or because the fox lacks humankind's topically prissy objections to silk cut and fat 69, it did not move. This was unsettling. I had been led to believe that foxes were more afraid of us than we of them, which has always seemed plausible given that foxes did not congregate in reinforced toppers and red tailcoats to set about lone citizens engaged on an innocent rural potter. But it was possible that that was then, and this was now. The new urban fox might be a nastier evolution, and in the absence of the ducks and rabbits which elsewhere formed the vulpine diet, fancy a nice bit of man. So I stood up. But the fox merely trotted unhurriedly across the lawn towards the narrow gap between houses which gives access to the road. It gives access, mind, only after, if you are not a fox, you have covered yourself in muck and left half your shirt on a wall nail and half your ear on an air vent. But damage is the huntsman's lot. We do not stop for pain. Out on the street, I saw my quarry turn the corner. It was making for the playing fields opposite. I urged myself into a canter. The fox went under the perimeter fence. The huntsman took it at a bound and a scrabble. A bound and a scrabble and a pratfall on the other side. But no matter. We were both in open country now, the fox at a lope, the huntsman at full gallop. A fine serendipitous sight in the moonlight for any townies setting an alarm clock or flossing teeth, and one glimpsed hitherto only on biscuit tins. I wished, for their sakes, I had a hunting kazoo to blow. For my own I required only the rushing wind on my face and the pounding of my plimsolled hooves on the dewy grass, the thrill, in short, of the chase. For the fox's sake, however, it went at last to earth, which is what we countrymen call Cricklewood Trading Estate, a place full of floodlit security men, going, "Oi!" from which even the bravest spirit shrinks. So I reined in and turned for home at a steady limp, there to pull off my mudded clothes, elastoplast my sporty wounds, quaff a stirrup cup and lie, exhilarated and exhausted together, at one with Jorrocks's stout opinion that hunting is all that's worth living for. All time is lost what is not spent hunting. It is the air we breathe. But wondering, and I did promise you a solution for our divided culture, why fox hunting demanded dead foxes. Why not simply gallop after them, behind, if required, muzzled hounds? That surely is where the fun is, if we are not ourselves beasts, and it will be bound to preserve the sport by spiking its opponent's only genuine gun. I do believe I shall try it down here in Cricklewood. All I need is a horse and a decent tailor.
Cricklewood, Cricklewood, you stole my youth away, for I was young and innocent and you were old and grey.
Coren was written and read by Alan Coren and produced by Aled Evans.
For I was young and innocent, and you were old and grey.